A signal cuts through the void. It is a plea from a place you have never seen. The message is ancient, impossibly old. It speaks of a light going out. You are a diplomat. Your job is to talk, to build bridges between worlds. But this is different. This is a cry for help from a dying star. The council debated for weeks. They called it a ghost signal, a stellar echo from a long-dead system. You argued otherwise. You felt the desperation in the transmission, a final, fading whisper across the cosmos. Now you are here, hurtling toward a sun that should not exist, a sun that screams into the silent dark. Your mission is a long shot, a final, desperate gamble. The council gave you one ship, an old one at that. They called it a waste of resources, a fool's errand. But you know the truth. This is humanity's test, a chance to prove we are more than conquerors, that we can be guardians too. You stand on the bridge of your vessel. The star looms large in the viewport. It is a sullen, angry red, flickering like a candle in the wind. The ship's computer chirps softly. It warns of gravitational anomalies, of energy readings that make no sense. You tell it to hold its course. You have come too far to turn back now. This is where diplomacy begins, at the edge of the impossible. Your ship is named the Solitude, a fitting name for its lonely vigil. It is not a warship. It carries no weapons of mass destruction. Its hull is designed for treaty signings, not for cosmic battles. The Solitude is a relic of a more hopeful time, a time when words were stronger than lasers. The ship is your only companion out here. Its quiet hum is a constant comfort. The halls are empty, save for your footsteps. A skeleton crew keeps things running. They are loyal. They are brave. But they are also afraid. You see it in their eyes. The quiet dread of the unknown. They signed up for diplomatic missions, not a suicide run into a dying solar system. You walk through the arboretum, a pocket of green in the metallic gray, a reminder of the home you left behind. The air here smells of damp earth and living things, a stark contrast to the sterile void outside. You touch a leaf, its texture real and familiar. It is a small piece of life, a symbol of what you are fighting for. You wonder if this star ever knew life, if it ever warmed planets teeming with beings like you. The Solitude groans as it pushes deeper into the system. The star's pull is immense. The ship strains against the forces. It is an old vessel, but it has a strong heart. It was built to endure political storms. Now it faces a cosmic one. You trust it to see you through. It is a tool for peace, and peace is the only weapon you have left. The first contact is unlike anything you prepared for. There are no hailing frequencies, no formal greetings. They simply appear, beings of pure, fading light. They coalesce on the bridge of the Solitude, passing through the hull as if it were smoke. They are the Lumina, the Starborn. They do not speak with voices. They communicate with feelings, with waves of warmth and sorrow. You feel their ancient pain, the slow, agonizing drain of their life force. They are beautiful and terrible to behold, shifting patterns of golden light. Their forms are fluid like captured sunlight. They are the children of the star, and their parent is dying. Your crew is frozen in place, awe and fear warring on their faces. You step forward, your hands open and empty, a universal sign of peace. You project your own thoughts, your own feelings. You tell them you are here to help, that you heard their call across the dark. You offer them the hand of humanity, a gesture of solidarity. One of them drifts closer. It is larger than the others. Its light is brighter, more focused. It feels ancient, wise. This is their elder. You feel its name resonate in your mind. A complex series of light and sound, you simplify it. The elder ones. It reaches out with a tendril of light. It does not touch you, but you feel its presence in your mind. A silent invitation to understand. The elder ones shows you a vision. It is not a dream. It is a memory of the future. A future of absolute darkness. You see galaxies stripped bare. Suns turned to blackened cinders. A cosmic parasite moving from system to system. A being of infinite hunger. It consumes entire stars, leaving nothing but cold and silence in its wake. The vision is overwhelming. You feel the death of 1,000 suns, the final, silent screams of 1 billion worlds. The entity is a void, a hole in the fabric of reality. It is not alive in any way you understand. It is the antithesis of life, the end of all things. You see it coming for your own sun, for your own world. You pull back from the vision, gasping. The bridge of the solitude feels cold. The luminous shimmer around you, their light dimmer now. They have shown you their greatest fear, the reason for their despair. They are not just dying, they are being eaten. Their star, their home, their very essence, consumed. The elder ones shows you one final image, a glimpse of hope, a possibility. It is a complex equation of energy and matter. A shield woven from the fabric of a sun, a desperate last-ditch defense. It is a plan so audacious, so impossible, it might just work. But the cost is immense. A price that might be too high to pay. You move the solitude closer, as close as you dare. The ship's sensors scream in protest. The view screen shows the impossible, a patch of absolute black against the star's surface. It is not a shadow. It is an absence, a wound in the heart of the sun. The entity is feeding. You watch as tendrils of stellar plasma arc into the void, siphoned away into nothingness. The star shudders. Its light flickers and dims. You can feel its pain, a low, constant thrum of agony that vibrates through the ship's hull. It is a sight that defies all known star science, a predator that hunts suns. Your mind struggles to comprehend the scale of it, the sheer cosmic horror. This is no natural phenomenon. This is a deliberate act of destruction. The entity is a cancer on the universe, a devourer of light. You give it a name. The Devourer. It feels fitting. Simple. Terrible. The crew is silent. They watch the screen, their faces pale. The reality of the situation settles upon them. This is not a mission of peace. It is a mission of survival. Not just for the Lumina, but for everyone, for every star and every world in its path. You have stumbled upon a galactic war, a war you are terrifyingly unprepared to fight. Then, the whispers begin, faint at first, like static on an open channel. But they are not static. They are voices, the final transmissions of other races, other systems that face the Devourer, a chorus of dead suns. Their final gasps echo across the void, a library of extinction events. The Solitude's communication systems are overwhelmed. The ship's computer tries to filter the signals. It translates them into 1,000 different languages. But the message is always the same, a warning, a plea, a description of the shadow that consumed their light. They speak of the Devourer. They give it other names. The Void Leviathan, the Star Eater, the Great Nothing. You listen to the final moments of entire civilizations, the desperate cries of worlds freezing to death, the defiant roars of warships charging into the abyss, the solemn prayers of priests as their temples crumbled. Each story is a new verse in a symphony of despair, a testament to the Devourer's power, You realize the truth. The Lumina are not the first. They are just the latest victims. The Devourer has been cutting a swath through this quadrant of the galaxy for eons. Unseen, unchecked. You are not just a diplomat anymore. You are an archivist of the dead, a keeper of their final warnings. This knowledge is a heavy burden, a terrible responsibility. The plan is insane. You know it. Your crew knows it. But it is the only plan you have. You propose an alliance with the Starborn, a fusion of your technology and their energy, a pact between matter and light. You, a being of flesh and bone, them, beings of fading starlight. Together, you will fight the darkness. The Lumina gather around you. Their light is weak, hesitant. They have only ever known a slow, graceful decline. The idea of fighting back is alien to them. They are beings of peace, of harmony. But the Devourer has given them no choice. It is fight or be extinguished. There is no other option. You project the plan into their collective consciousness. You show them the Solitude schematics, the ship's power core, its shield emitters. You explain how you can modify them, how you can create a containment field, a net woven from their own star's light, a way to trap the Devourer, or at least to hold it at bay. The Elder Ones considers your proposal. You feel the weight of its contemplation, the silent debate of a billion minds. It is a choice between a quick death and a slow one, a choice between despair and a sliver of hope. You hold your breath. The fate of this system, and perhaps many others, hangs in the balance. Finally, a single powerful feeling radiates from the Elder Ones. Acceptance. The pact is made. The work begins. It is a frantic, desperate race against time. The Devourer continues to feed. The star weakens with every passing moment. Your engineers work alongside the Lumina, a strange and beautiful partnership. The solid, practical movements of your crew, the ethereal, flowing grace of the Starborn. They are weaving a net of light. The Solitude's shield emitters are repurposed, stripped down and rebuilt. The Lumina pour their own energy into the system. They guide the flow of stellar plasma. They shape the magnetic fields. They are the architects. Your crew provides the tools, the raw materials. It is a delicate and dangerous dance. One mistake, one miscalculation, and the entire system could be destabilized. The star could go nova, or it could collapse into a black hole. You watch from the bridge, coordinating the efforts, making impossible decisions. You are no longer a diplomat. You are a general in a war you cannot afford to lose. The containment field takes shape, a shimmering golden web around the star. It is a thing of breathtaking beauty, a testament to what can be achieved when two different forms of life work together. You feel a surge of pride, a flicker of hope. For the first time since you arrived, you believe you might have a chance, a slim, fragile chance. The Devourer notices your efforts. It is an intelligence, a malevolent, ancient consciousness. It feels your defiance, and it is not pleased. It begins to whisper into your mind. Taunts from the darkness. It shows you visions of your own world burning, of your sun being extinguished. It promises you an eternity of cold and despair. The whispers are insidious. They prey on your deepest fears, your insecurities. It tells you that you are small, insignificant, that your efforts are futile, a child throwing pebbles at a tidal wave. It speaks of the futility of hope, the inevitability of its victory. It wants you to break, to give up, to surrender to the encroaching dark. You fight back. You focus on the task at hand, on the faces of your crew, on the shimmering light of the Lumina. You build mental walls, shields of your own. You recite the names of the dead sons, the civilizations that fell before. You use their memory as a weapon, a source of strength. You will not let their warnings be in vain. But the whispers are relentless. They seep into the cracks of your resolve. You find yourself doubting, wondering if this is all a pointless gesture, a final act of defiance before the end. The pressure is immense, the weight of two species on your shoulders. You are the focal point, the linchpin of this entire operation. And the devourer knows it. The fear spreads. It is a sickness, a contagion that moves through the halls of the solitude. The crew hears the whispers too. They see the visions. The taunts from the darkness find fertile ground in their exhausted minds. The unity you had forged begins to crumble. The fracture of a crew is a quiet, ugly thing. Arguments break out over small things. A misplaced tool, a misread diagnostic. The stress manifests as anger, as suspicion. Your orders are questioned, not openly. But you see the doubt in their eyes, the hesitation in their movements. Your authority, once absolute, begins to splinter and crack. You call a meeting. You try to rally them, to remind them of what is at stake. But your words feel hollow, weighed down by your own fears. They see it. They see the strain on your face, the dark circles under your eyes. How can you lead them when you're barely holding on yourself? One of your best engineers, a woman you have known for years, refuses to work. She locks herself in her quarters. She says the whispers have promised her a quick end, a painless oblivion. You are losing them. The solitude, once a symbol of hope, is becoming a tomb of despair. The devourer is not just attacking the star. It is attacking your minds, your spirits. It is a war on two fronts, and you are losing on both. You realize the pact you made with the Lumina might not be enough. You need something more. You need a miracle. You seek out the Elder Ones. You need guidance. You need reassurance. You find the ancient being of light hovering in the arboretum. Its glow is noticeably dimmer. The strain of building the shield is taking its toll. You project your fears, your despair. You tell it that your crew is breaking, that you are breaking. The Elder Ones is silent for a long time. Then it shows you the final piece of the plan, the part it had kept hidden, the true price of survival. The containment field is not just a net. It is a vessel, a new home. The Lumina must become the shield's living heart. They must merge with it, permanently. You are horrified. You recoil from the thought. It is a form of self-immolation. They will cease to be individuals. They will become a single collective consciousness, a sentient shield, forever bound to their dying star. They will save their home, but they will lose themselves. It is a sacrifice beyond anything you could have imagined. The Elder Ones explains the necessity. It is the only way to make the shield strong enough, the only way to withstand the Devourer's full power, their combined life force, their collective will. That is the miracle you are looking for, the ultimate cost, a species sacrificing its identity to save its star. You look at the shimmering, beautiful beings of light, and you understand. This is not a choice. It is their destiny. The moment is here. The shield is complete, a golden lattice of light and energy encasing the angry red star. The crew of the Solitude is back at their posts. The Elder Ones' revelation has shocked them back into focus. The sheer scale of the Lumina's sacrifice has silenced their fear, replaced it with a grim, solemn determination. You stand on the bridge. The Elder Ones is beside you. a silent, glowing presence. The other Lumina are in position, spread out across the vast network of the shield. They are ready. You give the order. The final command: ignite the sun shield. A wave of energy pulses from the solitude. It strikes the containment field, and the universe holds its breath. For a heart-stopping moment, nothing happens. Then, the shield erupts in a blaze of glorious, white-hot light. The Lumina pour their essence into the grid. They become one with it, a sea of liquid light. The star is no longer a dying ember. It has been transformed. It is now a weapon of self-defense, a fortress of unimaginable power. The light of the newly forged shield is blinding. It pushes back the darkness. It illuminates the system with a fierce, defiant glow. You feel a surge of triumphant energy, a chorus of hope that sings in your mind. The collective voice of the Lumina. They are no longer individual beings. They are something new, something more. They are the guardians of their star. The enraged devourer strikes. It is a storm of pure void, a wave of anti-energy that slams into the newly formed shield. The solitude is thrown about like a leaf in a hurricane. Alarms blare across the ship. The lights flicker and die. You are plunged into darkness. The only illumination is the terrible, violent light show outside. The void strikes back with a fury you cannot comprehend. It hammers against the sun shield. Cracks of black lightning race across the golden surface. The shield groans under the assault. The song of the Lumina changes. It is no longer triumphant. It is a desperate, straining cry of defiance. They are holding, but just barely. The solitude endures a storm of cosmic rage. The ship's systems are failing. The hull is groaning. You are flying blind, relying on the Lumina's guidance. They project a path through the chaos, a safe channel through the storm. You trust them. You have to. They are part of you now, and you are part of them. The assault is relentless. The devourer is throwing everything it has at the shield. It is a battle of will, the infinite hunger of the void against the collective soul of a species. You can feel the Lumina weakening. Their light is dimming. The shield is buckling. You scream at your engineers to divert all remaining power to the shield emitters. It is a last desperate gamble, a final push. The shield holds. The devourer's assault falters. Then, with a final, silent scream of frustration that echoes in your mind, it retreats. The void recedes. The storm passes. Silence descends upon the system. A heavy, ringing silence. You have won. You look at the star. It is changed. Forever. It is no longer the bright, angry red sun you first saw. It is a pale, silver orb. The shield is a permanent part of it now, a shimmering, ethereal shell. The sun is dimmer, cooler, but it is alive, and it is safe. A new song fills your mind, a quiet, solemn hymn. It is the voice of the Lumina. They are different now. They are the shield, a single, unified consciousness. They have saved their star, but at the cost of their individuality. Their sacrifice has created a new form of life, a sentient star, a guardian of light. Victory's solemn hymn is a song of both triumph and loss. The crew of the Solitude is silent. They look at the transformed star with a mixture of awe and sorrow. You have witnessed something incredible, something sacred, the birth of a new god, a god born from the ashes of a dying species. The system is saved, but the war is far from over. Your mission is complete. But a new one has just begun. You are no longer just a diplomat. You are a messenger, a witness. The devourer is still out there. It is wounded. It is angry. and it will be back. The knowledge you carry is a burden and a weapon. The solitude turns away from the silver sun. Its new watch has just begun. You set a course for the nearest inhabited system. You have a warning to deliver, a story to tell. A story of a dying star, of a species that became a shield, and of a shadow that consumes the light. You look out at the endless sea of stars, each one a potential victim, each one a potential battlefield. The universe suddenly seems much larger and much more dangerous. The whispers of the dead suns are a constant echo in your mind, a reminder of what is at stake. You are the carrier of a vital warning for all life. Your new watch begins now.